What was the genesis of you creating Destined To Be?
Actually, it started out as I was a little perturbed, believe it or not. There was a girl in my complex, a young white girl, who would walk her dog late at night, and I would walk mine, and we would walk down the driveway, that very driveway we saw, and we would never speak. And I was, like Michael said, afraid that I might scare her if I said something to her. I don't know why. She just had this vision, and we walked in seven. So one night I said, you know what, the hell with this, I'm going to say something to her. And we walk down there again, and I punk out. I don't say nothing. I say, you know what? I'm not. So I go in there, and I start writing this scene. I was like, well, wait a minute, what if there's another side of her? What if she's really nice and cool? And that's where that started. But as far as the overall thing, you know, most of the time, because I'm a large black man in this stereotypical town, that, you know, I'm always the bad guy, which I had no problem with. I love it. I just did some badass shit recently. Go to my Facebook page, domino falling. But, you know, I like it, but I want to do something else. So, as this evolved and everything, I just thought, I really wanted to do something different, something, non-stereotypical, and just anybody see Glenn Ross in the play of the movie? They have this thing, ABC, always be closing. It's about salesmen, always be closing. Well, I believe that ABC always be creating. Actors should always be creating, and I believe in that, and and I'm going to continue to do that, so this fed that, what that need to create. I mean, I'm realistic. I know what I put up there. These unlikely two souls come together and find mutual ground. Any other circumstances, that's why I tried to put it in a way that people can understand that these are both people who caught each other at a very bad part in their lives, and then they came together, and then unbeknownst to both of them, something came out of it. They made a connection. It was supposed to just be a one-night stand or whatever, but then, they got to know one another and talk and laugh. I mean, who has a young girl in their bed and they're laughing and joking and shit? So, it's just, it was a connection.
Especially in
especially in so, which I'm not, by the way. But anyway, so I just wanted to do something different. And, me and Sarah had been in 2 plays under the big guy, this guy right here, David Wiley. And we didn't have a scene together. And I enjoyed her work tremendously. So I said, immediately, as it helps me to put somebody that I actually know. Like, some writers use stars when they're writing, they think of, they may use Jennifer Aniston. And I said, no, I got Sarah Schreiber, I can put her in.
Gregor approached me. He said he has a project. He was interested in me working with him. And he said he gave me the project and asked me to read it, and it was unexpected. I didn't know that it was going to go romantic. I didn't, because he didn't preface anything. He didn't tell me anything. So at first I was like, oh, all right. I didn't expect it. But I remember calling you and talking, and the quote was up there.
Yeah.
And I say, you love who you love.
Yes.
I said that to him, and I think that's what I stand for, and that's what the project stands for, and I feel very passionate about it. And he's just an amazing person to work with. I think he's brilliant. I think he's passionate, and that's someone I want to work with all the time.
Thank you.
So I was how I told my friends, how I told my parents and everything. My mom's watched it. She loves Gregor. She's the biggest fan, right?
Yeah.
She likes everything on Facebook.
In the scene with Julia standing outside the restaurant, and she mouths. Is that in the script, or did you bring that to that thing?
No, actually it was Alan, the director.
Oh, yeah.
Alan, you did that. I mean, that was brilliant.
And he was saying, we're not going to hear it, but we just want to see you mouth it. Okay, I can do that, sure.
And did you see what they did to us?
Yeah. Brilliant.
Gregor, when you are the writer of the piece, a lot of times writers get a little antsy when people start messing with this. But you let
Yeah, I trust my actors, and I think it's ridiculous that writers have that kind of ego. I definitely don't have that. You know, no, absolutely not. And thank God that I had such creative forces like Alan and the rest of them that lent, you know, their different ideas and vision towards it. But yeah. Like, I can't take full credit for my man Clyde Sachs, who played Sebastian, the guy that was trying to push that book. He just ran with it. There were my words, but there was some ad-libs and shit. And that kiss on the head thing, I couldn't have written that. That's just Clyde.
With all that advice in this particular piece, was any of that advice really yours, or was that all the script too?
That was all the script, man. That was some words. I just did what he asked me to do.
And
I cut the role to be very specific. And Gregory and I talked about it because she said a lot more, but I said, let's just lay it on the line and get to the point. I'm not going to be in here a long time, so.
And I'll say
it worked out well.
you did. I would say you did a beautiful job of making it so that we clearly saw why she wanted to kick his to the curb.
Good.
We were just doing like a table read of the web series, just to let Gregor hear it out loud, let him get his own feedback on what he's written, and I was reading the character Ocean, and then in the next month or so, he asked me to play Ocean, so I said yeah.
So you know what this means? It means it pays to be in class. Please allow me. Now, I'd like to know if there were any conflicts between what your vision as the editor and the director and the star and the writer. and this, not one, because here's the deal. If you're also the editor,
The answer is no. The answer will be, it's on the page. It was on the page. No, it was, the thing is,
No, any conflicts we had would have been like as the director, not as the editor. I had total confidence in him as the editor and the director, but you know, some things, you know, we just, you know, I challenged him on, he challenged me on it, and he had a vision of the way he wanted it to be directed, and a lot of times he was right, and sometimes he wasn't.
now give us an example of something you wanted and he may not have
I
wanted.
cannot recall that, I'm sorry.
I mean,
maybe Natalie can.
The episode 2. Quick synopsis of episode 2.
Episode 2, weeks later, and I get this letter, this annual letter about a barbecue that my family throws. And I try to disregard it, and she catches me, and she gets a little hurt because I'm trying to blow it off, and I invite her. So she comes to this barbecue, she's the only white person there, and my cousins are crazy, and a lot of comedy ensues with that. I'd love to get to the point where we're living together, and that eventually happens. And I think that, because you don't really know a person until you live with them. So I think there's going to be a lot of humor and conflict in that. Yeah, so that's why I would love to get to the point where we're living together, and that eventually happens. And I think that, because you don't really know a person until you live with them. So I think there's going to be a lot of humor and conflict.